And alrighty, folky dokes, we are back live once again, and we're continuing along with our playthrough of the Long Dark Tales from the Far Territory edition. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, dudes and dudettes, welcome back, and a fine welcome to you if you're new to the broadcast. We're happy to have you along for the ride. Where that ride currently sees us is in Broken Railroad. We stopped off here, craft up a couple of arrows, see if we could find a hunting rifle, and we did. Didn't want to spend too long here with the abundance of wolves. We managed to not have any run-ins with the bear, or the moose. The bear was spawned, and the moose we did not see at all, so would like to have gotten some meat off of the sucker, but I wasn't going to stick around and chance getting trampled ribs again. No thank you. So we did what we set out to do. We did some item management before we started the stream. We are a little bit overweight, but we do have a plethora of pies. So if we need to crack into those, we can. I made the decision to get a lot of those going because I know Sundered Pass has a considerable amount of ropes. It's a kind of like Hush River Valley to an extent, from what I was reading. So we made sure to repair our crampons. I honestly don't know what to expect. I didn't really watch much about it because I like to be surprised. But I am aware that there are timber walls, and I absolutely despise their presence. So that was part of the reason I wanted to get the hunting rifle, just so we can save up on the revolver rounds. That is my preferred weapon of choice when it comes to those suckers. Now, I was thinking maybe get some rabbits. But we're gonna have likely a deer that we can hunt down once we get through the tunnel over here. Just before we get to the little transfer area in between the airfield, the zone of contamination, and Sundered Pass. So we'll probably take him down. What do you have for us? So at this point, everything's going to be brand new, because again, this was our faithful cartographer run. I'm going to take that. I need one more cloth in case we need to make a snow shelter. So we never ventured this far out. But that trophy, I think, the only areas you need... I don't even think Black Rock was attached to it, to be honest. But it only involved the main map. So we had to do like Ash Canyon, Timberwolf Mountain. And we finished the run with Hush River Valley because I knew that was going to be the bigger pain in the butt. Again, if I recall correctly, I don't think we had to do anything in Black Rock for some strange reason. If that was the case, you're not going to find me complaining. Again, Timberwolves. Mucho Timberwolves. And some of the areas are, well, not extremely hard, but increasingly difficult to get to. Going up to the mine area, oftentimes I tend to get turned around, lost on my path there. Thankfully, I haven't had to break out a torch in here. I expected we were going to have to. We have 2 full torches on us. There will be a cave system coming up. And yeah, we got some fireworks going off in the background. I think they're doing the encore right now. So happy 4th of July to anybody that hears this that's celebrating. Oh, hey, buddy. I guess you ain't a buddy. You didn't have anything for us. So now I need to figure out. There should be a doorway to our left. Coming up. I'm really good at with the torch just to see, because we might be passing some items on the ground. We don't really need the bow, we can get rid of that. There's the doorway. You know what, I am going to just break out the torch. I won't go through too much of it getting through here. We have a piece of coal. There is a forge at the airplane hangar. Whether or not we're going to want to use it. We have plenty of arrowheads. So I don't think we're really going to need to. Plus, I mean, if we don't have a heavy hammer, we're not going to be able to do jack all the shit, so... I imagine there's one somewhere in the vicinity of the airfield. Pretty rude of them to have you go all the way out there, just have to turn back around. And my map knowledge is very limited when it comes to those areas. We won't grab those. Don't need the lantern fuel. I kept enough. If we have to make another torch, we'll be able to. But we need to repair the not generator, but the friggin' boxy thing that gives you the signal. Transponder. But we did bring the pry bar, so we can take this way instead of going down to the ground level. There should be another pry bar up here, usually out on the bridge. But I brought it back up. We have 2 on us. One I want to keep just for any lockers we might find, because we might go through the zone of contamination as well. Yeah, there's the other pry bar. This can go out. But I figured we're going to need, I think it's 3, maybe 5 pieces of scrap metal. Let's see, 3 wires, 3 fuses, and a car battery. I'm probably off on a lot of that. I only did the first hill once. And then when I realized the items weren't all that fantastic, I never decided to do it again, so a lot of that knowledge is not still with me. Oh look, another pry bar. The rope we might be able to use, so we can probably shimmy down this rock. I'll attach it anyway. Don't need you. Do you? Thank you. Sweet. Check. Alright, while we're here, we're gaining a lot of weight, so I want to get that broken down. Scarf up that jerky. wow, shit. Okay, we are very overweight. I think we left Broken Railroad at like 100, give or take. What the fuck did we pick up? Oh, the rope, that's 11 pounds. Yeah, I'll drop it considerably in a second. Herder! Herder. Speaking of, I don't like the fact the weather's getting shitty. That's gonna screw us over from hunting a deer. Pop in here. I'm sure we're still gonna be losing temperature inside those. No, we're gaining it. I don't think I want to stick around here, though. We might as well get into the cave. So, let's do that. Well, actually, no. We need to ditch weight. Shit. Goddamn. Now, let's do this quickly, then. Alright, perfect. I'm gonna eat this, too. Alright. Normally, I haven't come across wolves here. I think once out of the 3 or 4 times I've traveled through. But there's often rabbits and deer right by the cave entrance. But again, because we have blizzard conditions, they're not going to be out in the boat. Oh, wait. Fuck yeah. Yeah! Buddy. Got him. You can chill there. We're going to get inside the cave. That was a wonderful turn of events. He'll keep for the time being. I mean, I don't need to get too much off of him. But I don't want to lose too much temperature. Here's what we'll do. We're going to fast forward an hour. Get the temperature back up. What do we got? So we're overweight now. It doesn't matter. All I really needed to do is be able to climb down that rope. Okay, we're gonna need some sticks. We got plenty of coal. I'm gonna grab like 4 pieces of meat off of this sucker. So long as I can find him again. You should be like right over here. There you are. We also need to start gathering up crow feathers. We don't really have too many on us. And we got 1. I was hoping maybe we could get 2 more. Not the case. I don't want to rely too much on the coal, though. I like to keep like 4 pieces on us just for emergencies. We'll be able to get more inside the cave, though, so I'm not too concerned about it. That worked out. Fucking encore's going on for a while, Jesus. We have 8 sticks. Must have had a couple on us. I don't remember picking up that many. So we got like 5. You son of a bitch. 90% chance, huh? Clearly we were very unlucky. If I remember correctly, I think we got a skill of 4 on the fire. Pretty sure it's 4. Through all you. We'll keep 1 because we have to light another fire. That should be enough to get the job done. I find it pretty ridiculous they don't put the meat right up on top. How much time we got? 2 hours and 47 minutes. Yeah, we'll be able to do a batch of water too. That works. Water. Go lay down our bedroll. Mayhaps. Here's your happy place. Alright. 2 hours for that. We're going to be very overweight. I get far more water than I really need, but I'll go through it quickly enough. On the other hand, let's go for 6 hours of sleep. It's not going to fill the gauge, but just want to get to the railroad crossing. Probably try to hunt a deer. We'll get a supply of meat and water to leave there because we will be coming back that direction, I would assume. Fairly certain. Ditch that. Where are we at now? Still at 111. Fuck. The 3 Prabhas probably in oven, so harvest you. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple of scrap metal, but we need to repair that device, so I'm just going to ditch that one. We have 3 on us, I think. Yeah. We're not going to struggle to find 2 more. We grabbed our bedroll, right? Okay, okay. Let us, keep it moving. We don't want to waste the flare. We have 3 on us, right? 2. I'll take this 2. With all the wandering around we're going to do at the airfield, there's a good likelihood we're going to go through a bunch of flares. I like the airfield for the fact that it's like very wide open, but it's a pro and con situation. That's not cool. Because the areas where you can hole up in are few and far between, and there's a lot of distance in between them, but you can see what's coming your way. So Much like most things in this game, there is a trade-off. We don't need to go check him out. He probably doesn't have anything we need. I would like to get another piece of coal or two. If my memory serves correctly, I think most of the coal is down where he was. I don't think it spawns on this little walkway here. So that's what I'm going to be led to believe, because we ain't finding them. The exit's just above the ridge here. Oh, alright, we got a piece. I'm not going to overkill on the flares. I can stay there. I don't believe there's wolves in this little area. Doesn't mean that there won't be, I just don't remember that being any. I think it's mainly just rabbits and deer. Now, if you want to get back to the mainland, and you don't want to have to go through that cave system, you can pop up here. It's going to bring you to where we climbed down that rope. I just wanted to see if maybe there was some items. But if you don't have a pry bar on you when you're coming through, you won't be able to pop open that door to enter in from that direction. Usually you'd have to go down the stairwell, come around the ice. Though my memory absolutely sucks, I remember that much, so we were able to avoid that. But the only drawback is you can't cut in through that way. You can only exit that way. Now, my plan isn't to do all three of the tails. We're definitely not doing the first tail, because that's going to require us to go back to the mainland. And again, the item that you get for completing that, I don't really think it's worthwhile. What's it, the rifle holster? Doesn't really make too much of a difference for your carrying capacity. But the tool belt, on the other hand, the one that you get from doing the zone of contamination tail, I think that is kind of viable. Because it halves the weight of 3 of your tools, i.e. the pry bar, the hatchet, the knife. We've got 9. Yeah, we don't need any more old man's beard. We got a bun. We got 2 buns. I'm more interested in finding a deer, though. Oh, this is new. Lead the way, yeah? Okay. I don't think I've ever been in here. Remnant Cave. As long as there's not remnants of a live bear, I would be happy. My memory is a little bit foggy. I think we have a ways to walk before we get to the railroad station. We gotta go through like another tunnel. Mm-hmm. And another bun. I'm surprised those fireworks are still going on. I don't know if y'all can hear it in the background. Doing the encore for about fucking 25 minutes now. Alright, for this one, we're probably gonna need the torch, so let's get that bad boy out. Normally I'd go in for the fireworks, but just, yeah. It was like 7 or 8 years ago. I went to the ones where my sister was living, and they put on a phenomenal fucking, like, all-day event. Usually around here, it's, I mean, I could head into Boston. I think that's what we're hearing right now is theirs. But I just don't like the chaos and being around large fucking groups of people. So Boston really was never a likable place for the festivities for me. I think I went 1 year way back in like my teens and shit. And it just, yeah. I mean, nothing crazy happened. It was just the chaos of having to fucking filter through a whole bunch of people. I was just like, yeah, this just doesn't do it for me, man. Like, you could see these from like miles away. Really no need to be here except to just say that you've been. At this stage in life, it's basically, you see in one fireworks display, you see them fuck it all. Like, it's, ooh, loud noises, things go up, bright colors, awesome sauce. Sweet. We made it. I mean, there are some cool ones that, like, they didn't have in, like, my youth. Like, again, going back to the ones that my sister, where she was living, fucking, they had them, they exploded into happy faces. Fucking, those are freaking cool. Now, if they could get the ones from, like, the Lord of the Rings where they turn into dragons and shit, I'd be all for it. Being fucking front row center. But, spoiler alert, those were CGI, so, you know, I don't think those exist. Now, in terms of the fireworks, I'm not like a lot of people nowadays where it's like, I think they should ban them because it scares my dog. Like, yeah, that's a you problem. That's not a societal problem. So, I don't know, maybe get your dog some fucking airlets. Put up some soundproofing fucking foam and a room and just have him chilling there for the night. I don't know. But, yeah, that's my feeling on that. And I'm a fucking huge fan of dogs and animals and such. So, I mean, it's not that I'm not sympathetic. The fact that it definitely startles the shit out of them. But as an owner, you need to take ownership of your animals. And you are aware that these festivities will be going on, so you could take fucking measures to ensure your dog doesn't have a shitty 4th of July. And that's about as close to political commentary you're ever going to get in this fucking channel, so, not very political at all. I'm just vamping until we get to where we're going here. Not a fan of dead airspace. I imagine we probably should have seen a deer by this point. I think they're usually up over there. We're a little bit closer to the entrance to the zone of contamination. Like I said a little while ago, I want to bag one just so we can get a meat supply, and then we'll light a fire, cook all that up, and make an abundance of water. That way when we transfer back and forth through here, we know we've already got stuff on the ready. Boy Scout motto, be prepared. I'm also trying to keep an eye out for some burdock, just so we can have that on hand for vitamin C purposes. Pretty sure we still got 2 carrots on us, but let's go through those fucking quick. Where the fuck? I have the deer. Is they asleep for the evening? That is a possibility. And as far as the entrance to Sundered Pass goes, I haven't a clue, so we're probably going to struggle to find that. Deer. Doe. Deer. Female deer. I'm aware there's like a rope in this little area that you can climb up to get there. I don't know where it is. Again, I didn't want to be spoiled, so I didn't venture to look into that any further. Going that way brings you to the zone of contamination. There you are. If I can get you closer to the railroad station, that would be awesome. Start on again. Shit. Mission failed. Well, we know where he went. That's the access road to head up towards the airfield. You know what, you're getting a fucking rifle. Actually, shit. Screw it. We're gonna head back to the railroad station. I just realized we have no sleep gauge left. We'll just take him out in the morning and deal with it then. Oh, goody. We have no use for you. I don't believe there are going to be any mementos out this way, so... One thing we can do... I'm not going to remember how to do it. Like we fall through here. Yeah. And then we can go up into the lookout station up here. Do we have an item? Why didn't we just put the reticle on? Strange. That's usually how you can tell if you're near an item. If you're not holding anything, the reticle will pop up on the screen. Don't need no pallets, don't need no cardboard box. Sure, why not? Oh, sweet. It's alright, we can still eat those. So we're gonna get out of here? That sucks. Yeah. What is the easiest way down? Hey, another torch. 81%, we'll take you. I'm just trying to remember what's the easiest way to get down from here. So you can't climb the ladder. It's probably gonna break our fucking ankle. Oh, this is gonna be dumb, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yep! Fucking dare. There's gotta be an easier way down. I just didn't want to take the time to figure it out. Because you can't go back the way that you came. Because I don't think you can climb back up that way, so you have to come down. Whatever. Well, we can get rid of you. Slowly hobble our busted ass back over here. Sweet, we got some pre-made firewood. It's gonna come in handy. Force a habit. I just always have to look up that. The only thing that you're gonna find is either a note or a Polaroid. With the exception of Black Rock, you'll find a key for a house. Or a memento box for the warden. It's something to do with the warden. It's been quite a while. More times than not, you're not going to find Dick all the shit in the sun visors. Alright, I can't see, but we're just gonna find a spot to lay you down. Had it. There you go. I'm not gonna bother with the fire just yet. Why don't you put the deer meat up? We're shedding some pounds now. That's the ruined pork and beans. I'm gonna drop those. Keep the condensed milk because that's vitamin C. The MREs are the same. Though these are a last resort. Usually like to have a couple on hand just to give me some ease of mind. Let's see. Sun's about to come up. I'm gonna go for 7 hours of sleep. Leave you there. Take a look around. Don't need the book. Don't need charcoal. Don't need a raggedy ass t-shirt. Oh, cool. We've been going through matches. Huh? It says 16.54 gallons. Well, they really need to bring update this shit. The water fucking glitch is starting to get to be annoying. They updated it twice since they released the new zone. One of which I know was to remove the cougar. But I figured the other, which I think happened like a day or two ago, was to update the water issue. Clearly, that was wishful thinking. What else can we ditch? Just for now, because I want to have the availability to carry a bunch of weight. And the deer meat when we finally do bag it. Drop all that. We're coming back here, so it's not like I'm leaving it behind or anything. Yeah, fuck it. Joe King Audits. Yo. Yo. How do you do? If you're celebrating your Independence Day, hopefully you're having a wonderful time with it. We've had fireworks off in the distance for most of the stream. I think they're starting to wind down. Yeah, run planes have gotten more fainter, so that would lead me to believe that's the case. Oh, we got a green maple sapling over here. Not gonna go for it though, we don't really need it. Yeah, so I guess it's kind of like wrong for you to have to say Happy Independence Day since we got our independence from you guys. So I will take offense, but I appreciate it. The run is going like any old regular run. This previously was my faithful cartographer run. And once I completed that, I stopped going anywhere with it. So we started off in Hush River Valley. And we are trying to make our way right now to the Forsaken airfield to get the signal tracker. We're not going to be doing the first tail of the far territory because that's going to see us going all the way back to the main map, and I don't want to do that. It's a very lengthy process, and as I was explaining a little bit earlier on, the reward for doing it just really isn't much of a reward in my eyes. It's the rifle holster, which takes a little bit off, but I mean, for the most part, usually later on in my runs, I don't even bother carrying the hunting rifle, so it'd be kind of wasteful. I grabbed it when we were in Broken Railroad, because when we get to Sundered Pass, I'm aware that there's going to be timber wolves, so I figured instead of pissing through all my revolver rounds, have that on hand as well. I just saw the doe. There you is. But right now we're trying to get an abundance of meat that we can leave behind at the railroad station for when we do come back this way. Actually, that was what I wanted to do. 93%. Alright, this should be pretty true for the aim. A little bit high, a little bit high. Goddamn. And doink! We hit him. It wasn't a headshot. Excuse me, her. I shouldn't have assumed your gender there, miss. But, I'm gonna catch up with you a little bit later. I'd like to imagine I hit either the neck or the chest, so it shouldn't be too long for it to drop. I could have tried just shooting another round into her when she was close to me, but... didn't wish to panic. There's really not any way for it to go, so... Like I said, I don't recall there being wolves in the area, so I think we're gonna have one intercepted. Are you doing a loop? Nope. I was hoping I was going to take a left and go back towards the railroad station. The deer is not here on Lover. Yeah, no, we're playing Stalker. Because I've yet to go through Sundered Pass. So I didn't want to make it too difficult while I try to learn the area. I lost the blood trail. Of course I lost the blood trail. Do I bother to go back and find it? Oh, the likelihood. I think we found it. I know the blood. Yeah, it just evaporated. But we still have the hoof prints. No, it's back. But I figured I'd do like a stalker reconnaissance run just to get my bearings with the region. Plus, it's been a very long time since I've been playing this. I went off and did a couple of different titles. Yeah, we're in it's the PS4 version, but we're playing on PS5. Which makes the aiming a little bit more difficult. Imagine with a mouse, you'd be able to pinpoint your accuracy a little bit better than I wind up doing. Much to the chagrin of many viewers in the past. Oh, he's heading all the way back. God damn. This is not what I wanted. Not at all what I wanted. Alright, you went this away? Yep, this way. Trying to throw me off his tracks, son of a bitch. I'm gonna drink water. Well, I appreciate that. We found you. There you go. You still warm? Yeah, I played this for a very long stretch of time. Probably like 5, 6 months ago. Dominantly most of the content on my channel. But I decided to start varying it up. A couple of people that, long-time viewers are starting to get tired of it. If I had my way, I would have just stayed strictly a Long Dark channel. I thoroughly enjoy the game. But I like all different types of genres of games, except for fighting games. I never could get into them. I mean, I liked the original Mortal Kombat on like Sega Genesis and early Street Fighter, but like I tried to play Injustice about a year or so ago, and it just it just frustrated me to no end because I couldn't figure out like all the little combo moves and stuff. Yeah, anything first, FPS, puzzle-based racing, and RPGs. Those are my usual go-tos. So, I mean, it provides some varied content on the channel. I always try to go back to, like, what was it, Hot Wheels Unleashed. Got a lot of subscribers and viewers for those videos. Christ, like I haven't played that in like 7 months, and I still, when I check my analytics, like 2 or 3 of the Hot Wheels videos just keep churning out views, and I'm like, I gotta go back to that. I mean, it's like a toss-up. I'd say 50-50. I like to play like what I want to play, but I also try to keep content going that people want to see. So I try to find the happy medium in between it. But I figured with them releasing new content to this, and the fact that I really like the game, that's what I want to focus on. At least for a little bit for right now. But I gotta do... Well, redo. I've already gone through. I did the entire Wintermute. Except I don't think I finished the 4th episode. The one in Black Rock. I got to the tunnels and stuff, and then I think that's when I moved on to other games. So I'll probably get back to that once we finish with this. But I've done quite a few of the challenges. I got like 3 more to go. The 2 haunted ones, and then Darkwalker. Because the only trophies I have left are completing all the challenges and then finding all the hidden caches in the first 2 episodes of Wintermute. So I do want to start working on getting the platinum. See, my feeling on the story mode is it's great for like new players, because it works phenomenally as like just getting references, getting an understanding, lowering the stakes a little bit. because it eases you along, like. But like the story itself, it's not bad, but it's nothing to write home about. I need to get some more wood. But like for new players, I would recommend doing at least like the first 2, maybe 3 episodes. Because again, you don't have to worry about like dying and losing everything and trying to learn on the fly through that, because that can be very off-putting and frustrating. But like it teaches you like the different types of guns progressively. Your clothing options. It just helps give you a lay of the land too. It starts off in Milton. Then what is it? Mystery Lake, which is going to have you go through Forlorn Muskeg and Broken Railroad. Where, oh where, is there a log that I can hack up? Here we go. Fur limb. But it's not like, oh, I just completed Wintermute. I would like to go back and replay it. Like, no, not really. So that's where, like I would recommend, like, do that, and then once you get through that, like, survival all the way. But I mean, it's also possible to just completely skip it and just jump into survival. Like, I mean, it all boils down to like personal preferences. I just think it would make an easier go for newer players, at least, that aren't like, what do you call it, like survivalist genre game players. Definitely be easier to start off with the story mode. Because like what got me into this game was Stranded Deep. A buddy of mine recommended that, and it was on the PlayStation Plus service. I put quite a few hours into that, and it just got repetitive and boring, so I was like, shit, is there anything else like this? So that's when I came across this game, and just immediately fell in love with it. But up until I played Stranded Deep, like, I was never... It wasn't that I wasn't for survivalist games, I just didn't think that they would appeal to me. And I was completely wrong about that. Man enough to admit it. I don't know why I did it that way. I could have just manually put them on. Sweet, we timed that perfectly. The wind just picked up. And we weren't raised in a barn, so we're gonna shut the door. That's it, man. It's personal preference. I like to treat it as real as I can. So I don't think I'm gonna cook all this meat. There you go. You're not addicted to dying on Interloper. Just working on finishing Buried Echoes after I get my 3 cougars. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit on getting the cougars. I think they took them out of the game for the time being. Unless they re-added them, like, I hope they didn't. But when I started the run, the only option that it gave me was if you can turn on, if you want to turn on scurvy or not, which scurvy is fine by me. And I mean, I'm going to want to play with the cougar when they finally bring it back. And I tried out misery mode, but I realized like I had way too much rust. I needed to get my bearings again with the game before I could even bother trying to deal with that. I think we made it like 2.5, 3 days. These I'm gonna leave outside. Oh, alright, so yeah, that's how you were able to keep the cougar in the game. Yeah, I saw people saying to like just turn off your updates. I didn't have the option. One of the downfalls to the console, it's gonna update it whether you want it to or not. Especially like your PSN. If you don't update it, it won't let you connect online until you do. So they kind of get you by the balls. But I imagine, I don't think it's going to be too long. But then again, it could be another 6 months before they add it back in. But as long as the base game still works, I'm content. Start like it was another game I played considerably, but I didn't really stream too much. I had the Division 2. Every time they update that game, it's like, just don't even bother playing it for a week. Let them fix it, because they always fuck it up each time. So as long as Hinterland doesn't become like Ubisoft in that capacity, then they're always going to have a place on my console. Do we need more water? Yes, we do. How much time do we have left on the fire? Plenty of time, goddamn. I would imagine so. I mean, it's got to be considerably better than the regular knife. But I also heard it's like great for struggles too. Like you can get out of the struggle sequence like 2, maybe 3 times as fast as with like a regular knife with a hatchet. So I mean, it's worthwhile. But I was definitely on board with most of the other people that are disappointed with the fact that basically it's just a quick time event. I kind of had it in my head they were going to add it like all the other creatures. I mean, it would be vastly more difficult to hunt, but I figured you'd at least have the option to try to. But then when I learned, like, oh no, it's just they'll tell you it's coming, and then it just magically jumps on top of you, I was like, well, that's kind of weak. So, I mean, I'm down with them reinterpreting it into the game. But I mean, in fairness, that was like speculation on our behalves. Hinterland never really went out and said, oh yeah, no, it's going to be a creature in the game. So I mean, it's not like they false advertised anything. But this is what happens when one assumes. But I just give them credit. I mean, it's a fucking, 8-year-old, almost 10-year-old game, and they're still adding free stuff to it. They don't have to do that. They could just easily just be like, here's your game, enjoy it, we're moving on. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I appreciate this game. as much as I do. Same with a game No Man's Sky, which I recently got into. Their developers are pretty much the same. Like, they just keep working on the game, even though that one's like that one's close to 10 years. But they just keep pushing out free content and keep breathing life into the game. So, I mean, you gotta give credit where it's due. Most fucking developers and studios nowadays, like, they'll give you a year or two, and it's like, yep, we're done with it. Thanks for investing all your money in that DLC and shit. Maybe you'll buy the next game. So they don't really prey upon, like, their fan base, which I just think is absolutely respectable, especially nowadays. So many studios go the opposite direction with it. Alright, almost daytime. Plenty of food, we have plenty of water. Actually, we're not taking all this water with us. Just gotta remember to ditch it before we leave. This is definitely a strategy I like to employ in most of my runs. Like, I have places that I know I'm gonna keep coming back to. Like, I'll always leave water, food, usually some hides and guts and stuff in case I'm wearing stuff that needs repairs. The simple rule is always think about future you, and you can never go wrong. So I'm gonna ditch that much. We are still very, very overweight, though. What else do we have? Probably some wood, right? I think I threw most of the wood into the fire. Kill you from 105% sometimes. Yeah, that's some bullshit. If the thing can instant kill you like that, yeah, no. I probably wouldn't want to run into him. But I gotta say to a lot of people, like, oh, get the bulletproof vest, which I absolutely hate. I think it weighs too much, and again, compared to the moose hide cloak, I think that's just the better option as far as defense goes. Which is why it's a staple in my runs. Cause yeah, what's it give you? 20% defense. I think the bulletproof vest, what's that? Fucking 35, 40, maybe 50% defense. I'm guessing. I've picked it up to look at it, and I've never used it in any of my runs. What the hell else can I drop? We're keeping the fucking coal, because we might need the forge. Yeah. But it also weighs, fucking, I think that's the heaviest item in the game, right? 15 pounds, maybe 20. That was the reason why I was just completely not sold on ever using it in my runs. Cause I'm just like, yeah, the defense is great, but the weight, even like with my setup with the technical backpack, the satchel, and the well-fed bonus, like I still wouldn't want to bother carrying it. What else can I get rid of? Fuck it. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll be fine. Yeah, bear coats I liked early on when I was playing, but once I sized them up against the moose cloak, I was like, yeah, this is definitely the better option. 2 of them, though, for warmth. I mean, you're gonna lose a shit ton of stamina bar. But I mean, again, there's another, like, preferential situation. If you don't mind, like, sluggishly moving along, who cares about the stamina bar? I just like to run. Very impatient in my traversals. But it's kind of like builds and stuff and like RPGs and shit. Everybody's got like their preferred like setup. Like for me, I like to use the Moosehide Cloak. Pretty much what I have right now, minus the fact I don't have mucklocks, is like my ultimate build, I would say. Definitely gotta have the Moosehide Satchel. Usually I probably shouldn't wear the crampons all the time as much as I do. Matter of fact, I'm going to take them off right now because we're not climbing no ropes. Used to prefer the rabbit skin hat, but once they added the aviator cap, I think it's a little bit warmer and gives a little bit more defense, and the fact that it doesn't take away from your stamina bar. I stopped relying on the rabbit skin hat. But I really do like the mucklucks. I think they're the best boots in the game. Swap to Moose Satchel. Only when I get cold or ropes and walk everywhere. Yeah, because like with Loper, temperature is definitely going to be an issue. Yeah, once they add that, that might be my go-to as well. Or once they re-add it back into the game. But it's a lot easier to come across the aviator cap, regardless. You don't have to risk your life. Especially if you know like where the spawn points for it are. Like there's pretty much guaranteed always going to be one by the Forsaken airfield. Oh shit, we are out of temperature. But I mean, they pop up all throughout the mainland. No, it's just a matter of the RNG gods treating you good. The rabbit hat is clutch for early on. It's one of the quickest items that you're able to produce. Yeah, that's another thing. They added like new feats and shit. I haven't bothered to look at it. Like next time before I load in, I'll take a look and see what they are. Because I have all the other feats. Except for the Darkwalker one. So I think I gave that challenge like 2 or 3 attempts fairly early on. And I just wasn't having any luck with it. So I was like, yep, fuck this. I'll wait till I get a better understanding of the game. I mean, I'll probably just watch like a tutorial, like Zach Nafine or something, just to get an idea. But I don't like to just copy and paste off other people. I like to try to figure things out on my own. Like again, like with Sundered Pass, like anytime I see like a video come up about it, like I'd immediately turn it off because I just don't want to have it ruined. It's kind of like watching trailers to movies and video games. Like if it's a movie or a game I don't intend to play, yeah, I'll watch the trailer just to like get a like vision of it. But like a game that I know I'm gonna want to play, I just prefer not to know anything going into it. So oftentimes they give away crucial story points and shit. Like when it comes to like gameplay trailers, I'll watch a couple of minutes, but I won't like it was the first 30 minutes of the game. Why would I want to watch that entire thing? Like, 'cause that just kills the first 30 minutes for when I play it. Fucking, I'll know everything to do. I'll know everything that's coming. There won't be any surprises. There's a cave further on up the road here. I always think it's closer than it winds up being. But we need to get there because our temperature gauge is completely shot to shit. And I know there's going to be wolves up ahead. So I'd like to keep as much condition bar as I can. No, that's not it. Not bothered about the feats really, but they are cool buffs for sure. I watched Bass Road playing with them. Yeah, I have no idea like what any of them are. I'm just aware that they added like 3 of them, I think. Like I don't know what you have to do to accomplish them, or what benefits they provide, or any of that stuff. So I'll have to look into that next time I go to load in the game. I'm pretty sure you can look that stuff up from the main screen. And that's where we're trying to get all the way over there. Oh, really? Here, there's a turn. I think right where this road turns to the right up ahead, there should be a little path to the left that'll lead to a cave. And right where that rock and that tree isn't dead ahead of us. It's the middle of the day. Do you has cave? You has cave. Very good. I don't want to spend too much time here. Just enough to get warm. We'll probably push onto the trailer that's up ahead. We're likely going to run into wolves. We get more coal. I don't think I need to grab too much of this. And a dead body. Oh, he left us some sardines, you sporting chap. The game sound isn't working. My audio is probably turned down. I usually turn the audio down on the games just so it's like balanced out between my mic, because my mic's not the greatest. Nothing else. Oh, right now, yeah, it's fairly quiet. I can hear like faint wind blowing in the background. But like there's no music or anything. Let's go for 2 hours of sleep. Yeah, there's a very faint blowing of the wind in the background. Oh shit, it's getting foggy. Oh yeah, I just drank all that water. Those are all full pieces. Fine. Yeah, the loudest thing right now is just my feet scraping along the snow. That's another aspect I like about the game. It's like they like purposely limit the amount of like things in the background noise just to kind of increase the amount of isolation you feel. Yeah, more water. But I also like the audio cues, like when you know like you're getting hunted by a wolf, and they give you a specific noise for it. Or the dramatic music that'll play like when you're wandering out and your temperature's getting low and all that kind of stuff. Because it plays into like the drama and the tension without being too intrusive. Well, we got a wolf in the background. But I'm a stickler, like I have to turn off, what do you call it? The dialogue. Like I can't listen to Mackenzie fucking complain about, oh, I got too much on me. That shit just gets old quick. No, out of the two, I prefer Astrid over him. She complains a lot less. Kenzie comes off like quite the bitch. And I think like the only beneficial part to having like the dialogue on is when it comes to blood loss. Because he'll let you know like that you're bleeding out and all that, whereas you might miss it without the dialogue, which has happened to me quite a few times, but enough that now I don't fucking miss it because I triple check everything. But that was like the only time where it felt like a catch-22. I'm like, well, I'd rather not die due to a stupid issue, but I'd really rather not listen to him complain all the time. But like when I did play with Astrid and I had the dialogue on, I didn't really mind her too much. I mean, she complains equally as much, but like it just doesn't come off as pathetic. Mackenzie just sounds like I'll just lay down to the ground and die. Whereas like at least she's trying to like survive with her dialogue. Alright, this is where we want to get a little more patient. Likely gonna be wolves. Should be some rabbits too. But I think what we're gonna do is get up to this trailer, make ourselves nice and comfortable, and yours truly is going to take a small little break because his coffee is gone. And I gotta do the usual, feed my lungs some nicotine. Probably scarf down a snack or two, and then we will likely come back for a couple more hours. I don't think we're gonna make it to Sundered Pass this evening, but I would like to get everything situated and be on our way before I wrap it up. Surprisingly, no wolves. What are we on weight? 112. Bring a couple more pieces of coal. Ah, we have a note. I'll keep writing as long as my hands hold up. The old road can't be all broken. I didn't fly in here, and there's no way they can make me fly out, no matter what the hell they say is going on. Yeah, well, if you're flying out, you probably flew out on the wings of an angel, so, about that. Junker's Paddock. Left us some junky chips. Very good. Oh, fuck no, I wanted the water. Hell no. But we need to get to the airfield, grab up the signal device, and oh shit, we get a memento cache. Or Polaroid. Even better. Look at this photograph. But I do want to try and get a sports bow out of this little region area. There's a couple of cabins we can go scope out. Usually there's one amongst them. So hopefully we can do that. Just because I believe they're more durable, like they break down slower, than the regular bow that we're carrying right here. And if I remember correctly, I think they weigh a little bit less too. They may weigh a little bit more. It could go either way. So I kind of want to see how that's going to pan out too. But once that's done, if I can remember how to do it, oh sweet. There is a cave system that we can utilize to get to the zone of contamination. If I can find that, we'll go that direction. If not, we're just going to backtrack. I can't commit to any exact way that we're going to wind up traversing. I imagine there's a way to get to Sundered Pass through the zone of contamination, but like I said, I did hear that there is another entrance back in the transfer area. I don't know exactly where it is, so I mean we could do a little bit of looky-loo, see if we can find that. But we'll know when we get there. So with that, we are going to take a small little break. It is currently just about 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. So I'd venture to guess we'll be back around 11:15. Usually about a half an hour before I get all my coffee and other needs taken care of before we can get back. So when we do, we're going to head on down to the airfield, get the tracker, fix the transponder, do a little bit of reconnaissance, and then start making our way on out of here. Hopefully we survive. Well, I could never find the ZOC route from. Yeah, it's off the beaten path. Like I could never find it on this side, but I found like going through like the zone of contamination. I wound up finding the cave system and came out. So I know we're not going to be able to see the map because I don't have anything scouted here. Yeah, but I think it's. I'll pop outside real quick.